Hi y'all, it's Charlene from the Crafty Art Shack, and we're back here today with another challenge video. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, so let's get on with the crafts. Let's go! Here we go with DIY number 1. Alright, so before we get started actually doing the DIY, I wanted to make a hang tag for this particular project that I'm doing. And what I did is I took out a piece of vintage paper that came out of something that I had that was a scrap of something that I was going to throw away. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a tag, and you see it opens up. Now I have some of these vintage ladies. I got these off of Amazon. I think you can get them from Temu too. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to take some of this lace. I'm going to create a hang tag for this so that when it goes in my booth, it has this shabby chic hang tag. And so I'm going to put a little bit of glue down. Now this is not the actual DIY itself. This is just a bonus footage. And so I'm going to add that on there and get the glue stuck to me. And then I'm going to take and make me a little shabby chic bow. I've done this in several videos. And then the next thing we're going to do is add it to this and add some bling. Now here I've hot glued on the little bow. And now what you see me doing is this is a sponge with some water in it, and I just put it in some of this antiquing wax that I have in this little bowl. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start out with this little plaque. Now it has a picture of Florida on it, but I am not even going to worry about painting this or anything else. And I'm going to take this other piece of doily that I had left over. Now I went on a pumpkin making binge Sunday afternoon, and so once I did one, I just wanted to make more. You ever do that with some of your projects? And so what I did is I took this doily and I am just going to tie it up around this. And this little block of wood that I put in there, I'm not sure what it was, probably some souvenir that you buy down here in Florida. But I am just going to wrap that up, tie that on there, not even putting any hot glue on at this point. And then we're going to embellish this, and this is going to become a pumpkin. Now what I'm trying to do is create a little stem for my pumpkin. And so this is a little Lincoln log. Now I didn't have a full set of Lincoln logs, and this is a can of them that I had picked up at a garage sale or something. Taking that antiquing wax and going over this where I trimmed off, because I didn't want it to look like a Lincoln log when I stuck it down in there. So I just went over that and I sat it over there to the side to dry. Going to bring my little pumpkin back over here, and then the next thing I'm going to do is stick it down in there. And you see how it's getting ready to turn into a pumpkin, so I'm going to put some hot glue in here on the back side, and I'm going to use my little finger protector with these doilies because that glue will come through and burn you. Then I'm going to put this on the front side, and then I'm going to start moving that material up and around that little peduncle that I put in there. I think that's what you call them. If I'm not right, is a pumpkin stem. There you go. And so what I'm doing is I'm just bringing up the doily around the little stem itself. And then I took some lace and added it to it around the base of it. And I'm going to hot glue that on. And you see how it's just coming into, it's just looking beautiful. You guys, you can make pumpkins out of anything. And I am going to have several videos that come out about this. And you'll see when, in the next couple of weeks, those videos are going to be coming out. So now we're going to embellish it with some little leaves, because you can't have a pumpkin without a leaf. So I learned this from Farm Charm Chic. If your leaves are all crinkled up, you can take your heat gun and straighten them out that way. And then you could take then I'm going to take and glue these on. Now you don't want to get your heat gun too close to your computer because that's not good for your computer. And so after I put the leaves on, then I wanted to fold that doily down and let some of that lace just show. Now that I had a raw edge on this side because I had to cut part of that off for another pumpkin that I did, so I'm going to fold it so that that raw edge doesn't show. And look at this. Isn't this just turning out adorable? Anyway, I'm going to add some more embellishments and we'll see this at the final reveal. Now today's challenge is the Hello Fall Challenge, and I just love fall, you guys, and so do these ladies. And it is hosted by the Rusted Willow and DIY from House to Home, and it's their guest host this month is Farmhouse Frugally. Go check these ladies' channels out because they're doing some awesome crafts. And there's also a playlist in the description box below. Go check them out because they're doing some awesome crafts and you sure don't want to miss it. Alright, here we go with DIY number 2. For this next DIY, I am going to take one of these fall calendars. Now this came out of the Thomas Kincaid calendars. Y'all don't look at my sexy legs now. And I'm going to take this pan that I picked up from the thrift store for $2. And the more crusty looking they are, the better they are, because it just fits that fall theme so well. And so what I'm doing is I'm kind of measuring it out because I didn't have it torn out enough, so I'm going to go back in there. I like that torn edge look, but you know, I really didn't have to worry about it. But I'm trying to make this fit inside this pan because I love this picture. And then I am going to add it to the inside with some Mod Podge, and that's where it's going to go, is right there. So there, let's get on. What I'm doing now is checking to see where those edges are going to fall and keeping in the picture what I want to put in there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the bottom of my pan, and I am going to add my picture in here. You guys, out of all my projects, I love this one. Well, I love the other one too. I can't decide which one I like the best. Anyway, I took this one in the living room and I was showing my husband. And now look at here. I'm using my fan brush to get that Mod Podge down around these edges of this because I don't want any extra Mod Podge out. And I will go back and clean that up. And if you take your brayer, you can get that to roll around the edge of the pan. You're going to want to clean up all the extra Mod Podge off the edges that on your pan. And anyway, I took this in there and showed my husband, and he's like, wow, I really like that. And I said, do you realize what that is? And he said, no. I said, it's just an old cooking pan somebody used to use. And he's like, really? He said, where'd the handles come from? Yeah, look, you guys, I'm going to put some handles on this thing too. I love this piece. I love all these pieces today. Oh, I had so much fun Sunday afternoon making all of these. So after I did that, then I went back and I put some more Mod Podge down and laid material around all the way around this picture. And then the next thing I did is I had to drill some holes. So I found out where the center of the side of my pan is, and I'm going to place a piece of wood block underneath this so that it does not go into my desk. And I'm going to drill 2 holes that fit my handles. And so you're going to want to find the center and mark out where you want those to go. Or you can do like I did and guesstimate. I'm pretty good at guesstimating, but if you're not, measure. And if you're not good at measuring, fake it till you make it. That's what I always say. Anyway, if somebody says you know how to do it, and you've watched it, and you've seen it, yeah, that's what I do. That didn't work too well one time when I went skiing, though. After we get our holes drilled, then we are going to add these little handles. Now, I picked these up at the thrift store, I don't know, probably a year or 2 ago. And I am going to put these handles on here, and You could use your drill to drill those in if you wanted to. And oh my gosh, this just turned out so cute. And you see that box fall? That's because I got that stuff up in the ceiling. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, what you see me doing here is adding some embellishments, and we will see the rest of this at the final reveal. Now here we go with DIY number 3. Alright, so I kind of had a little debacle when I was making my pumpkins on Sunday afternoon, and this little pumpkin needed some paint on it because it has Halloween stuff on it, and I really don't do Halloween, so I'm going to turn it into a Shabby Chic pumpkin. But guess what? All y'all get to see is the painting of it, but I'll show you the pictures of what it looked like afterwards. But I'm going to show you another one that I did right after it, just so you can kind of see the process of what took place with this one. Okay, so for the other one, I painted my pumpkin white. This one was already white. This one came from Hobby Lobby. I paid 39 cents for it. I'm removing the stem, and I am going to take this beautiful doily that I picked up, and I am going to cover this little pumpkin with it, and that's what I did with the other one that you see there. And I think I show you pictures in the end of the other one as well. Now, I went on a pumpkin spree. I did. I couldn't help myself. This little doily, once you put it on here, it just makes the cutest little Shabby Chic pumpkin there ever was. And the other one, absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going to take some of that muslin material, and I'm going to just tie that up around it. Now you see how I gathered that up? It's just so simple. And if I want to take this back off and use this doily for something else at a different time, I can, because I didn't glue anything down. But at this point, I think I do glue the peduncle in, or the stem in, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm going to use the stem that was on this one because it looks realistic enough and looks beautiful enough that I'm just going to put this one back on there. And then we're going to add some little embellishments, and we will see the rest of this one and the first one at the final reveal. I forgot one thing. When I did the bottom of this pumpkin, it still showed a little hole in the bottom of it from where I took it off the stem. So I took one of those little circles off this doily that I cut off the piece, and I just put it over the hole. Now some people ask me, why don't I show these parts right here? And it's because I figure y'all know how to glue stuff down, right? But if you want me to leave that in the video, just let me know and I sure will. But I'm just going to take some little leaves and stuff and add them in here, and we will see the rest of this and its embellishments at the final reveal. Now at this time, we'd like to thank our subscribers. We love you bunches. We appreciate everything you do for this channel. Although the liking, the sharing, and the big thumbs up, and having conversations with us through the comments. We really enjoy all of that, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We wouldn't be a channel if it wasn't for y'all watching. And so we just want to give you a big thanks. Here we go with the final reveal and all the embellishments. Now, as y'all know, Beth and I opened up the Chic Shack over at the Avonlea Mall. We're booth number 208, so come check us out because we're doing some awesome stuff over there, and there is a lot of beautiful things to see and find there at the mall. And if you ever want to know what's going on with our channel, check out our channel lineup over on our community tab page on our YouTube channel. We'd love to have you join our family, so check us out and see what's going on.
So you guys, if you like this content, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and give us that big thumbs up because it really helps our channel out. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Crafty Art Shack. We'll see you later. Bye.